Dear scholars, through the previous video, I have explained the poem The Clothesline. I hope you might have watched the video and understood the given explanation. Here, through this video, I am going to explain the activities given in exercise or pointers based on this poem. Here we begin with the first. Read the poem aloud. Recite any stanza of your choice from memory. So you have to read the poem and you have to recite any one stanza of your choice. Second, answer the following questions with reference to the poem. First, what is described in the poem? What do you think? What is described? It is clothes, right? So answer is what? Clothes on the clothesline. And moreover, poetess handkerchief are described in the poem. I repeat, clothes on the clothesline and poetess handkerchief. Second, what are the clothes compared to? Give two examples. The poetess compares the clothes on the clothesline with many of the things. So we have to tell the two examples of them. So I am going to tell you many or more than two. That is fluttering creatures, rescue horses, fairy tale witches, bird, right? You can write any two. Next, what do rescue horses do? So simply, rescue horses caper, caper, caper and prance. Rescue horses caper and prance. Next one, D. What do fairy tale witches do? What they do? They dance, right? So fairy tale witches dance wildly. Wildly. Next one. What did one of the fluttering creatures do? One of the fluttering creatures about which the poet talked or explained in the third, fourth, and fifth stanzas. So, what was that? That was poetess handkerchief, right? So, what that did, that we have to write. So, actions are dance widely, struggled, freed herself, and then flew off, right? So we can write one of the fluttering creatures danced widely, struggled, and freed herself, and then flew off. Next one, what could have happened to the one who flew away? Who was she? So who was she? That was poetess handkerchief, right? And what would have happened to it? That we have to write. So we can simply write the one the one who could have been drawn in the sea or fallen in a ditch. Who was she? She was poetess handkerchief. Next, third one, form groups and discuss the following questions. First one, why are the clothes compared to living things? What do you think? Why are they compared? Because they are making many movements like the human beings or other living beings, right? So, what can be the answer? The clothes are compared to living things because they dance, move hither and thither, they flutter, shiver, and skip, they struggle for freedom, so that they are compared with the living things. Next one, that is B. The events described in the poem take place at a certain place, at a certain period of the year, under specific weather condition. Describe the place, time, and weather condition. So, according to poem, the place given of those clothes, that may be that may be poetess own terrace, that may be the courtyard, that may be the garden, right? It can be anything that is from society. Then time, it is clearly mentioned in the poem, that is March, right? Month of March from the year. Then weather condition, so we can simply tell how the clothes are making movements accordingly. The weather, that is windy, right? It is according to poem, or according to the place where poetess lived, the weather is cold but sunny, that is strong, with strong breeze, strong wind. Next, fourth one, when we say that two or more words rhyme, we mean that they end with same sound or syllable, rhyming words, right? For example, ring, sing, ending with same syllable or same sound. Rhyming words are often used in verse at the end of the lines, right? List the rhyming words from the poem. First activity, you have to make a list of rhyming words from this poem. For example, from the first stanza, row, fro, go, snow, prance, dance, that is second stanza, prance, dance, behind, wind, etc. You have to make a list of all of them. Note the words behind and wind. Sorry, I made a mistake while telling. It's behind and wind only from the first stanza. From the second stanza, that is not a pair of rhyming word. Let us see why it is so. Note the words behind and wind. They have similar spelling. That is, they look the same. That is ending specially, but they are pronounced differently. See, behind wind, instead this, they are read as behind wind. That is, they do not sound the same. This is known as I rhyme. So, what are rhyming words? They simply end with same sound, just like ring, sing, bat, cat, cry, try. But here the example behind and wind, that is not ending with the same sound. Spellings are same in the end, but sounds are different. Behind, wind. But if we think of just observation, we can tell that this is a pair of rhyming words. But actually it is not, because the pronunciations are not like the rhyming words. So the words which looks like a rhyming words, but actually they are not, they are said to be I rhyme. So here the example wind and behind, or behind and wind, is of I rhyme. I rhyme सिर्फ दिखने में rhyming word है, actual में नहीं. Now separate the examples of I rhymes from the following list. Let us see. Cry, try. This is rhyming word. Stronger, longer. Pair of rhyming word. Laugher, daughter. See, spellings are same. Almost all the letters are same except first letter. Laugher is starting with L and daughter is starting with D. But what about its ending sound? Laugher, fur, daughter, ter, right? So these words are looking like a pair of rhyming words, but actually their pronunciation sounds are different. So this is not a pair of rhyming word. So this is a pair of I rhyme. I rhyme. Next, known, grown. Pair of rhyming word. None, shown. See, none, shown. Sounds are not same in the end. So this is example of I rhyme. Beat, feet, pair of rhyming word. Shut, put. See, sounds are different. Shut, put. It is not shut put or it is not should put. What is it actually? That is shut, put. Sounds are different in the end. So this is a pair of I rhyme. Next, one done. Pair of rhyming word. Imply, simply. Imply, simply. Pair of rhyming word. Sorry, pair of I rhyme. So in short, the words which have same spellings in the end, but while pronouncing, the pronunciations are not same, so that such a pair of words are said to be I rhyme. सिर्फ वो दिखने में rhyming words है, according to pronunciation नहीं है. So these are the two categories of rhyming words we can say. One actually rhyming word that is ending with same sound, and another one which is not ending with the same sound, just which looks with the same ending, that is I rhyme. I hope you got it. Next, list all the phrases from the poem in which two or more words are joined with and. We know that when we are there to talk about two or many things, many persons, at that time we use and. For example, Raj and Rahul, Sita and Geeta, pen and pencil, right? So we have to write the examples from the poem. Here are those: hither and thither, to and fro, caper and prance, shiver and skip, pegs, sorry, yes, pegs and clothesline, flipping and flapping and flopping, right? So these all are the examples of the words, phrases which are joined with and. So you have to just simply make their list, and remember, word and is a conjunction which joins two words, phrases, sentences, etc. Next, form groups and discuss what must have happened to the handkerchief. Write the story in your own words. So poetess had a question in the end that nobody knew where it could be, right? Poetess imagines that it could be in a ditch or drawn in the sea. So now we have to just guess what could have happened with that handkerchief of poetess. So just like the poetess mentioned, we can say that she might have hid in a ditch or drawn in the sea. Further, we can add she might have taken by any person or any bird or any animal, right? So in this way you have to write the answer, and you can add something more, your own. Seventh one, wash your handkerchief clean. Hang it with a peg to dry in the wind. Watch how it flutters. So this is simply activity, this is simply observation. First you have to wash the handkerchief, then you have to hang it on the clothesline with a peg, and you have to observe it, how it flutters, how it makes movement, and you have to think of whether it makes the movements just like the poetess mentioned the movements of the clothes in the poem. Next, number 8, complete the following comparisons. First, as white as. So what can be white, or what is white? You know, that is milk, snow, cotton, etc., right? You can think of any, and here the phrase can be completed like this: as white as snow, as white as milk, as white as cotton. You have to write anyone. Next, as green as. Green, what is green? Leaves, grass, emerald, one of the valuable stones, many things are there. So you can write as green as grass, as green as emerald, as green as leaf, etc. Next, red as, you can write as red as cherry, as red as rose, as red as tomato, etc. Next, as blue as water, as blue as the sky, as black as coal, as black as hair, as black as night. Next, as bright as star, as bright as the sun, as bright as eyes, etc. Now further, rewrite these comparisons using the comparative degree. What is comparative degree? When we are there to tell someone is better than other, or when someone is not better than other, at that time the comparative form is used. Just like here, white becomes whiter, right? As white as snow, so comparative, whiter than snow. Next, as green as grass, so greener than grass. As red as cherry, redder than cherry, right? So in this way you have to write the comparative forms of the phrases, all of these phrases. Remember, whatever forms we change, that is white, whiter, green, greener, these are the adjectives, forms of adjectives. Next, that is B, find suitable objects for each comparison. For example, petals or flowers or feathers whiter than snow. So you have to think of two white things, and using this phrase of comparison, you have to make a new phrase. Just like here it is given, petals are whiter than snow, flowers are whiter than snow, feathers are whiter than snow. The same way, grass and emerald, so we can say that emerald is greener than snow. Next, if we think of the example bright, so if you write as bright as a star, so you can mention the sun is brighter than brighter than other stars, or you can think of eyes are brighter than a star. So in this way you have to write the first form of that adjective, then you have to write the second form, just like whiter, greener. Then you have to think of which two things can be compared using these structures. Okay, so this is all about all the activities or questions given in the exercise or pointers based on the clothesline. I hope you might have understood the given explanation, provided answers. I hope you will find this explanation helpful.